Hi, this is Pyssliga Sara. Today I'm gonna make an art journal page. I'm thinking about maybe something about this. I found this on Pinterest. Something about maybe hitting a bottom and there's nowhere to go but up. I think it's something like that. I'm gonna work with the 800X alcohol ink from Ranger. And they stick on non-porous surfaces where other medium have trouble sticking. So that's what I'm doing tonight. I'm gonna attach some tissue paper on this with decoupage, and then I'm adding this. Since the decoupage will make it a non-porous surface, and this will work. So I'm gonna try. So as you might see, the white tissue paper doesn't show that much, but mostly what I want about it is the texture that it creates. So this is gonna dry and then I'll be back. Now this is dry and the texture is lovely. I'm gonna show you a close-up of the photos. And now I can show you how I kind of want it like this. And then a quote, and then I'm adding some lace underneath it and over here, and then some of those. This is fragments from Ranger as well, I think, Tim Holtz. And then some of those from the local hardware store. These, some metal. So I want to put it something like that. But first I'm gonna color the background, and then I'm using, as I mentioned before, I'm using the alcoholic ink, and I got 4 colors. So those are the colors. This is actually Pool, my favorite. That's butterscotch, bottle, and terracotta. So I'm going to use those 4 colors mixed on my non-porous surface. Yeah, so those are the colors that I'm using, and I know that Tim Holtz uses this one with a kind of a felt applicator when he works with alcoholic ink, but I don't have that, and I guess this foam one would dissolve if you use it with alcoholic ink. So I'm using a piece of washcloth. This soaked up too much, so I'm doing like this. And then so this dries pretty quick. I see that the color is more intense where I left it slightly longer before I dabbed it off. I guess maybe the surface should have been slightly more non-porous. I'm gonna add this girl over here, and then I'm adding this stuff, and then I'm gonna paint some. I think I'm gonna use alcoholic ink to paint it with. You can see that this alcoholic ink dries permanent. It doesn't smudge like the dilutions does, so you might want to keep that in mind depending on what you want to work with. I'm gonna add some lace before when this is still wet. I'm gonna paint over the lace later on, so that I'm having, sorry, I can't have that in my mind. So I might put that there. Put one over here. This one. Third one over there. And I'm gonna put one here, I think. Something like that. And I'm using decoupage matte varnish to attach the lace as well. So then it's gonna dry. So this is almost dry, but when it dries more, I'm gonna color those ones with these ones as well, with alcoholic ink. I'm using a plastic bag just as a protection sheet because I don't have a craft mat. So we're gonna try it. So those ones are they are fragments from Tim Holtz, the tags. And then I'm gonna use some, I got this from Epiphany Craft, those small ones that you put a kind of a plastic bubble on top, bubble cap on top, and then a piece of pattern paper in between. So I'm gonna use 3 of those as well. So I'll start. I'm just making a blob over there. And then the terracotta one. And the butterscotch. Then I'm going to use this one, just making it go like that. Kinda cool, right? Just giving it a quick dry. So then those are dry, the fragments. It turned out really well, right? You can hold them under. Look at this, look at the color. So they turned out really good. This one I threaded some twine. I got a couple of colors, but I went with the orange one since this is the color palette. This works with that. Those ones I can almost see the color. They turn out really good. And then those ones as well. Look at this color, the pool one. And then I'm going to show you. I don't think I'm going to use this on the art journal, but I'm probably going to use them on a layout later on because they are quite big. I'm going to show you how I attached this center in them. So this is the Epiphany Craft, the bubble caps. I don't have the tool for this, but I'm going to show you how I do it when it works anyhow. I'm having a piece of scrap paper over here, and this is, I think it's old sassafras paper. So I'm taking one of those bubble caps, positioning it where I want it, like that, and then I'm cutting it out. I should have mentioned it's already adhesive on the back of it, so you just need to put it on the paper. And then I'm using some glossy accent from Ranger to adhere it, because glossy accent works really well with metal as well. So I'm gonna see if I get some out of it. Can I do some of that? Oh, I just position this over here. Look at that. Oh, turned slightly, a bit too much. Yep, so that's how you do it. Get your own embellishment and your own color that you want them. Those are three. So then I'm gonna adhere those kind of like that on this page. But first I'm gonna spray some Perfect Pearl on it. This is also from Ranger, actually. I want a little bit of a glitter or shine to it, so I added just a tiny bit of Perfect Pearl copper into a mini mister and some water. I'm gonna mist some over it just to get a feeling. I'm just gonna protect things that I don't want to have any glitter on. Then it's almost dry. It looks like really amazing. I don't know if you can see it. You can see the shine over there, over here as well. So I'm gonna start adhering a couple of them. I'm using glossy accent to adhere those. So I'll start. So this needs to dry a while. When that dries, I can start outlining those. I'm gonna add a stamp, and it's the, I think it's the 28th. It should be the 28th today. So the gloss accent is almost dry. I'm gonna add some Glimmer Glaze from Tattered Angels in the color Orange Crush, and maybe I got Flirty as well. So this is Glimmer Glaze from Tattered Angels. This actually also adheres on non-porous surfaces. So I'm gonna add some of that. The glitter is also kind of a glitter in here. It kind of gets stuck. So I'm gonna shake it a bit, and then I'm gonna add it. This actually is kind of like nail polish with a small brush. So I'm actually gonna just brush it over here, and it will dry. I'll take the alcoholic ink pool again, and I'm gonna do some small squirts. Just trying to be a little bit controlled, slightly. And then actually I like it when there's a slightly lighter color of that. So I'm letting it dry slightly, and then I'm kind of mopping it up a little bit. So I might add some butterscotch as well, a little bit yellow. dabbing slightly. So then I'm gonna add some like small texture on it, and I'm using a Chrissy Tomlinson stamp that's got She Art print texture, and I'm using a blue Stasson ink pad. So I'm slightly bending this so it won't be completely. I don't want it to be perfect, so that's what I'm. So then I think it's done. Maybe I want to add some. I still want to add some, so I'll add some acrylic paint in yellow. I think. I don't know if that will work or not. This is quite. I'm gonna need to make it dry first. So then it's again almost dry. Yeah, I'm just gonna take some yellow paint on my finger just to make a small. I don't know why I want it. Yeah, something like that. So now you've seen how I use acrylic ink and Glimmer Glaze from Tattered Angels. The alcohol ink is from Ranger, and the Glimmer Glaze is from Tattered Angels. So that's kind of a grungy look. This is kind of like steampunk, is what I think. Yeah. So then I think, yeah, let's be done. So, bye for now.